Forza Horizon 3 was a near-perfect game, however, it lacked one sort of key element. A really, really great location, and that is what we are going to talk about today in the context of Forza Horizon 4. However, I must say this at the start of this video, nothing in this video is confirmed. Forza Horizon 4 is not confirmed, and this is just sort of me having a conversation and generating discussion around an interesting topic, I feel like. I should also add that this is not a wish list. I will be doing a full in-depth wish list for the next Forza Horizon game at some point in the future, so make sure you're subscribed for that. So, as I said, Forza Horizon 3 was a near-perfect game. We saw that just in the amount of sales that it generated. Up until a couple of weeks ago, Forza Horizon 3 was in the top 5 games purchased in the UK, which is just insane, especially for a racing game. And I think we can all sort of agree that Forza Horizon 3, although it was a great game, it lacked a really, really good map. Australia was a good location, but at the same time, Australia was just sort of flat and got boring really quickly. Also, the roads were really, really repetitive. Every single road, basically, was just sort of a one-way, and it was just, that was it, basically. So that brings me to the topic of today's video. Forza Horizon 4, and where could it take place? Yes, I hear you yelling Japan at your monitor right now. Japan would be so cool. Just imagine those mountain passes that we have been asking for God knows how long now. The insane highway system that Japan has that runs throughout the entire city. It's also got a crazy, densely populated area in the downtown core. That would just be crazy with the huge, tall buildings and things like that, and you could go exploring through there. It's also got a pretty good sort of rural area. Once you head out of those densely populated areas, you've got some good off-roading abilities as well there. And then I think it's quite safe to say as well that Japan has quite the impressive car scene, especially for you JDM fans. Oh, it would be insane. And I agree, if we got Japan for the next Forza Horizon game, we would have the best driving roads by far, but I just don't feel it. I don't feel like Japan is going to be the next location. As much as I want Japan to happen, I just have this feeling that I don't think it will. So that sort of brings us on to the next location if we take a look at Gymkhana 10. So just recently, the Gymkhana 10 trailer was released featuring Ken Block and all of his crazy cars, but it also included a big Forza Horizon influence. If you notice the actual car that he's driving around in most of the time, there are Forza Horizon logos plastered all over the thing. And I mean, we've seen this before. We saw that in Gymkhana 9 with his Ford Focus RS RX, which was later included in Forza Horizon 3. We saw Forza Horizon 3 logos all over that thing. However, on this recent car, we got to see Forza Horizon logos. They dropped the number for some reason, and I think it has to do something with Horizon 4. Anyways, that's not really the point. The point is that one of the locations that Ken Block is using for Gymkhana 10 has sort of been revealed as people have just spotted Ken Block driving around Detroit in his Unicorn, which is pretty cool. And Detroit for the next location for a Forza Horizon game. Again, I just don't feel it. I feel like there's a lack of diversity there. Although I don't feel like Detroit is going to be the exact place, I would keep an eye on what Ken Block is doing just because of the huge Forza Horizon influence on the Gymkhana 10. So okay, if it's not Japan and if it's not Detroit, that brings me on to the next one. The next location that, although hasn't been confirmed in any sort of regard, and it's just a gut feeling I have, I feel like it will be back stateside. I would argue that the best Forza Horizon location that we've had so far has been actually the first one. Colorado just felt incredible to drive around in. Even if you go back to it now, there's just something special about that map, and I feel like we would get the same sort of feeling if Forza Horizon went to California. Like I said, there's nothing that confirms Forza Horizon 4 in California whatsoever. There's nothing even pointing in the direction of California. It's just sort of like a gut feeling that I have, really. I honestly couldn't tell you why I feel like it could be California, but I just feel like in my gut, it's a good place to have a Forza Horizon game. I mean, just imagine driving through the mountain roads in California. That would be super awesome. The insane coast driving down the Pacific coast, that would be so crazy. The awesome downtown core of Hollywood and LA put together would be crazy. And then, of course, we've got one hell of an airfield being LAX, and imagine just ripping around that in like a Lamborghini. And I mean, hey, you've got off-roading as well. Head outside of the city and go over to Joshua Tree Park for some off-roading and so, like some deserts out there. Or head over to like the vineyard area and smash through a bunch of vines and stuff because, oh, we know Forza Horizon likes to do that. I feel like California could provide something for everybody and would be a pretty good option for a map along with Japan, but it's just, what are they gonna choose? I have no idea. So yeah, those are my thoughts on where Forza Horizon 4 could be taking place. I honestly feel like California could very well be the place, but obviously I would be totally okay with Japan being the location as well. Anyways, I hope I've been able to generate some discussion amongst you guys in either the comments down below or on the website. We have an entire Forza Horizon 4 location thread up. If you'd like to check that out, I'll link to it down below and you guys can chat over there. Anyways, guys, those are my thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you can subscribe down below. If we do hear any more information about a possible next Forza Horizon game, I'll be sure to post a video here on the channel and on the website for you guys to check out. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon, hopefully, fingers crossed, with some more Forza Horizon 4 news. I'm very excited. I'll see you guys then. Bye!